A single drop of venom from a spider smaller than your fingernail. It won't rot your flesh. It won't thin your blood. Instead, it does something stranger. It turns your own body against itself. This is the Black Widow. And to understand why its venom is so feared, you have to forget the spider and look at what happens inside you. By the end, you'll also see why it isn't even the deadliest spider on Earth. It starts with the bite. 2 tiny fangs, a droplet of venom slipped under the skin. There's no dramatic wound, and for a while, maybe nothing at all. Then the venom finds its target. Not your blood, your nerves. The whole attack comes down to a single protein with a fitting name, alpha-latrotoxin. It ignores your blood cells. It ignores your muscle. It hunts the microscopic gaps where your nerves pass their messages, the synapse. To see what it does, you first need to see how a nerve normally works. When a nerve fires, it releases a small, carefully measured puff of a chemical messenger called acetylcholine across the gap. Your muscle receives the signal, contracts, and then the nerve stops. Precise, controlled. Now the toxin arrives. Alpha-latrotoxin locks onto the nerve ending and punches a ring-shaped pore straight through its outer membrane. I'm Killian. Calcium floods in through that hole, and the nerve loses control. It dumps every last bit of its chemical messenger all at once, and it cannot stop. Multiply that across your body. Every muscle those nerves control fires at maximum, again and again, with no off switch. Waves of deep cramping. A belly so rigid it feels like a board. Drenching sweat, a racing heart, blood pressure spiking. Doctors have a name for it, Latrodectism. And here's the eerie part. The venom hasn't destroyed a single cell. It didn't break your body. It hijacked the signal. Why does so little venom do so much? Because the toxin isn't used up. A handful of molecules keep forcing the nerves to fire over and over, like a tiny key jammed in a lock. But here's what the movies get wrong. As brutal as this sounds, a Black Widow bite is rarely fatal. The spider is small and injects only a trace of venom, and healthy adults almost always recover completely. There's even an anti-venom that can switch the whole storm off. And despite the terrifying name, this is not the deadliest spider in the world. Australia's funnel web and the Brazilian wandering spider are far more dangerous. The Black Widow isn't the deadliest. It's just the most infamous. So the real reason we fear it isn't that it kills. It's how it works. A spider that doesn't tear your body apart, but quietly seizes the controls and reminds you that everything you feel is just chemistry, firing across a gap. Nature discovered that switch long before we did.